There is one injury in the Commanders and Giants matchup that you need to keep an eye on that's actually leaning towards giving the Commanders a massive advantage on Sunday. Let's talk about it. I'm Josh Taylor with A to Z Sports Washington. It is finally game week as the Washington Commanders are hosting the New York Giants week 1 at home. It couldn't get any bigger than this. It's already the start of the season, but against an NFC East rival, nonetheless, you got to start fast. And there's actually one injury right now for the New York Giants that really isn't getting talked about enough, at least on the Washington side of things, so that's what I'm here for. But Giants left tackle Andrew Thomas suffered a Lisfranc foot injury last season during Week 6, and he has been rehabbing it ever since. And he actually just passed his physical less than 2 weeks ago. Now, he hasn't done any kind of team drills, and he actually said over this past weekend that he's going to try to start running. Yes, running. That is concerning if you are a Giants fan, that Andrew Thomas is not fully running right now. Now, if you're a Washington fan, obviously this is good news for the pass rush, which is a unit that has a lot of questions, a lot of concerns. How is it going to look compared to last year? We thought they were going to go get some big-time acquisition with a free agent or in the draft or anything like that, but they decided to keep what they had, brought in a couple sneaky signings like Deatrich Wise and Jacob Martin, and I'll talk about them, but then also Von Miller as well. Now, I did my own research with Andrew Thomas and see where he is with everything, and he actually spoke to the New York media just a few days ago, and he said, look, there's no timeline for me. If I can't go out there and perform at the level I want to, it doesn't make sense for me to do so in week 1 then. So even though he didn't say, hey, I'm not playing, he just said, look, if I'm not able to go out there and do what I want to do, then it doesn't make sense. And honestly, I don't blame him. It's a long season. There's no point in going out there and risking, this injury either happening again or you're setting yourself back for the rest of the season. This is a guy that needs to get healthy and stay healthy. But the biggest thing is, this is Russell Wilson's blind side. Whoever's going to be over there at left tackle will have the most important position on the offensive line besides the guy giving the ball to the quarterback at center. But this is something that the Giants have to either figure out right now or they're just hoping that Andrew Thomas comes back. But nonetheless, if Andrew Thomas does not play, you're either going to see Marcus Mbow, who is the rookie out of Purdue, who I really liked, honestly, coming out of the draft. I was really high on him. Or James Hudson, who is a swing tackle veteran who could come in and probably start right away. But I think Marcus Mbow could as well. So as I mentioned a couple names to you, Deatrich Wise is probably going to be the guy that starts on that side of the line. And I think we're obviously going to have a much improved run-stopping defense on that side of the line compared to what we had last year. But don't sleep on the production for Deatrich Wise getting to the quarterback as well, and also with Jacob Martin. I think he's one of the X factors of this defense. I think he can get you 6-7 sacks this season. But then also maybe Von Miller, who usually plays on the other side. Maybe they decide to scoot him over just a little bit and get to the other side of the line and take advantage of that mismatch. But do not forget, they also love to blitz the screw loose oos with Frankie Louvu on that side of the line. So whether it is the B gap or the C gap right over there next to the tackle, Frankie Louvu might have a big role once again in this game against the Giants, as he's probably going to be sent on a lot more blitzes than expected with that left tackle out. Now, of course, this is going to help a ton if you want to get to Russell Wilson, because like I said, that's his blind side. He's not going to see anything coming when he's looking for Malik Neighbors down the field, or he's trying to find a weapon with Darius Slayton down there. But also in the run game, if you want to get in the backfield, show that your run defense is going to be more explosive. It starts with the edges as well. Set that edge. There was a lot of run plays last season that went wide, and they went for big gains, and we cannot have that this season. Now, the Giants don't have to declare anything with his injury until the first report drops on Wednesday, which will probably say questionable, and they can milk this thing all the way out until Sunday. But still, Andrew Thomas would not be 100% even if he played, but I think what we're going to see is somebody taking their first start at left tackle for the New York Giants on Sunday. And if you're on that side of the line, if you're on defense and you're Joe Witt Jr., you're smiling ear to ear knowing that you can take advantage of this situation.